Right, this is Jay Patel from SOP Squad, and I'm recording this video as a walkthrough and a cheat sheet for grader. And let's get started. I'm gonna skip over this information, which is about explains the story and objective a little, but I'll summarize them. Then the first level is just supposed to help players learn about the controls, which they figure out by if they push. I mean, with arrow keys, they are able to move the character, which is on the top right and top right corner. And on the bottom left, we have our key, which is actually a flask for the level one. So if they realize if they push uh, a it is a bottle of hand sanitizer. And if they push it, they can push it. But once they hit another bottle and object, they cannot push it anymore. And I think I would say we spent around equal amount of time in each of the level. Either we spend more time designing it uh, visually, or we spend more time making it complex gameplay wise. So in the first level, player learned that by pushing a bottle of hand sanitizer on a virus, eliminates the virus. So it is pretty straightforward. Players are provided some extra bottles just in case if they mess it up somehow or push a bottle into a corner. So this is a very forgiving level. Then you just collect the flask, and this is where it explains where we are going to our second location, which we are supposed to collect dragon's blood, 3 drops of dragon blood. And in this level is supposed to look like a dragon, and you can see that it's facing away. This is his mouth, and fire is breathing fire out of the mouth. And try to make it much symmetrical as we try to make it much symmetrical as possible. And these are like, this is like a back portion of it. And if actually our character or player steps on, if he goes close by, nothing happens. But if he steps on the virus, he dies. So we have to restart the level. So as I said before, there are 3 drops. If you can identify them, you can see one is right here, which I will collect. That's one, and second one right here. So then there was also a hint that think out of the box, out of the head. So you're supposed to look outside the box, and if you see, there is a 1 drop right here, and there's kind of like an open space right here. So player has to inspect the borders, and they can see here's the only place where there is no this wooden wall kind of thing. So they can go up here, collect it. Third item is a venom of snake. So what we did was designed a map that looks like a snake, and we introduced a mechanic where there's a character slash player model that is uh, that looks like a lunatic, which is a green infected, and the mechanic is that if we are in the horizontal or vertical field of view of the lunatic, he will move 1 step closer if we move the step in any direction. So here you can see in this lunatic's horizontal point of view, I'm I'm in this horizontal point of view, and if I move above or to the or whichever location he moved 1 step closer. So I just had to go through, and first player should find where the snake's venom is, which is right here in the bottom or the end portion of the snake, which is hard to figure out. So I'm just gonna go through this, and uh, I just have to avoid them. We're in the start. This is kind of like a shortcut. If you move 1 step up and all the way move it to the right, you should be able to go. And lunatics do start chasing, and after here, I believe right here, I think I need to follow a specific set of steps to complete this part. So if I move 1 step down, lunatics moves closer. If I move 1 more steps down, and I'm good. And also, if I move one step to the right, and if I'm I would say horizontal, if I'm only one block away from a lunatic, this horizontally or vertically, this is diagonally, so I'm fine. So if I move one step to the left, basically lunatic grabs me and I get infected. So if I try to move up, down, left, right, anywhere, I'm dead. So I shouldn't be in contact with lunatic. So I'm gonna continue moving and try to avoid them and grab the next one. And now I meet up with my friend Taha, and I'm supposed to collect isopropyl alcohol, a jug of isopropyl alcohol. Taha is another doctor as well, and we are collecting uh, and finding that. So here we are in the two different rooms. This is Taha, and this is our character Doc, and Taha will, and the objective, which was I skipped over that screen, is to push the jug into this yellow tile. And for here, in my case, the jug is also here and push it into this yellow tile. It does kind of look like a uh, milk milk jug, but that's the best we could do with 5 by 5 pixels. And in here, player might think that he will be able to push this jug from here, which he is right. He will be able to push it through here without without stepping on the wires. But once he gets to here, this uh, like direction change with only one available tiles, one set of tiles. It is impossible to do with the jug. So player will know that there is some way to complete the level. It is just not through pushing it like this. So if I had to show you, I'm gonna control this character and then I'm gonna move the jug out and I'm gonna push it up here. And if you remember, I said isopropyl alcohol, and hand sanitizer are made of alcohol. So you should be able to clear or clean viruses with alcohol jug because we have a lot of them, and alcohol cleans stuff as well. So just push it right through them, and that's one. And another thing about is if I were to touch a, a virus with this with the second person, he will get actually infected. Then he will kind of like start transforming on each step into a lunatic, and after complete transformation and extra step he dies. And the only way to complete the level is to have them both alive and have this jug pushed onto the last last tile, I mean yellow tile. And I'll just reset this person, and yeah, I'll complete it just to show you. I'm gonna trap the infected person over here, and I'll use this jug to clear out bacteria. Also looking on the top screen to make sure I don't run into virus with my other guy. I'm just gonna trap him on this left side, and I cleared a way for this jug. And I can just push this jug here, or I can use this hand sanitizer, and that's the level. And this alright, so this message is explaining that virus is spreading fast, all so I need to hurry up and I need to do whatever it takes to get my last item, which is a plant. There's one on top right hand of the corner, in the middle right hand of the map. top right hand of the map. And in here, so there are some uh, designs that we did to just mess with the players. So here there's just a zombie that's trapped in here. He has nowhere to go, but he'll just move around. And also these are also infected lunatics, but they have a blue dot on the top, which indicates which introduces our new mechanic. If we move a step, some infected lunatics move too. They move in a random directions, so it's not based on our moments, it's just random moments when we take a step. So what players will most likely will do is use this hand sanitizer, push it in here to get through here, this and while controlling this character to go through all the way here, collect this, and then using this bottle to clear this, and then using this bottle to clear this. Over here, this character will go through here, he will use this bottle and clear this. You see there's one bottle right here that's just in this corner. It cannot be moved left, right, or up. It is just there to mess with players. So are these 9 bottles. Player will try to see if there's like a hidden access. There is none. And once they complete that part, only way to do it is go through. They will arrive at this part where there is no way to go. A player to go. They see virus appear, and the only way to go here is through the virus. And if you remember, if this person goes into the virus, he dies. But if this person goes, he does have a limited steps before he dies. So in this case, sadly, we have to sacrifice our friend Taha. So I'm going to go through the virus, getting infected, but I have still control over my player. I'm gonna push this. I have very limited step, just enough to push this bottle down here, and I'm turned fully into a lunatic. If I take one more steps, I die. So I can just avoid this and go collect the last part. But you see, the level doesn't complete because you need to respect your you need to pay your respect to your friend who sacrificed your life so you can make a vaccine and save the world. So he died to save the world. So you have to pay respect by collecting him. And there's a message that Ta's sacrifice should not go to waste. And all I have to do is just go to a lab, which might be filled with lunatics, and then there's just another message saying that never mind, I locked my lab before leaving last time. So there's no lunatics. It's not filled with lunatics. There's one lunatic in here, which is our test subject, which is just in a cage. And players might think that okay, the level cannot be this simple, but this is our last level. We did not want to bore players with a lot of new mechanics or new hidden or unique way to complete the level. So our last level could look a little different, but it could be just pretty simple. All we had to do, if the players remember, all we had to do is just push the jugs and items into the right place and we complete the level. This is supposed to be unexpected for the levels. They are expecting something, another tedious or mind challenging thing, but this was really simple task, and which is unexpected, and that's what we wanted. And there. And the final message is our doc managed to create a vaccine, but only time will tell if it worked or not. So, sacrifice of a friend might have gone to a waste, maybe, just maybe. And it says the end. But there's also one extra message saying that it is November 2020 and you're still attending online classes. Look like vaccine didn't work because the pandemic is still going. It's kind of like a reference to current coronavirus. And that's it. Thank you for playing.